Welcome to the North Cascades. I am here at Washington Pass just before sunrise, and today I am doing exploring along Highway 20 before they close the pass. It is the very end of November. There is a rare weather window. The highway is still open. So I have some scenic viewpoints and a couple of trails that I want to tackle today. The snow conditions could not be more perfect and the weather is stunning. I drove in on Highway 20 in the snow, in the dark, and according to my car, it is 11 degrees out this morning, but it is worth it because I am going to get sunrise on Liberty Bell Mountain while it's covered in snow. This is a really special time of year, and I am so grateful that the mountains are still accessible. It's so rare, so I am planning on making the most of it. The first order of business is watching the sunrise hit these peaks, and then on to some trails later in the day. I am not wasting an hour of sunlight, so North Cascades is the best place in the world, and I'm finally going to get to explore it in winter. I can see the light catching further down the valley there, and also back that way, which means it's gonna hit Liberty Bell next. I've just been walking around the viewpoint to keep the blood flowing, but also the view is just amazing here. But it's almost time for these mountains to really light up, just like, I don't know, 5-10 more minutes. Look at how perfect all these trees are. Absolute winter paradise. But yeah, you can see a sliver of the light hitting back there. Oh, it's gonna hit this one next. Sunrise on Liberty Bell Mountain, and look at that. This mountain is famous for its rock climbing, and you can see these beautiful sheer cliffs being lit up are prime rock climbing here in Washington. And it's also, I think, one of the most unique mountains we have in the state. There's just nothing else like it. I've just been waiting for this face to light up completely for photography. The sun is starting to hit here, but yeah, Liberty Bell really is the star of the show. And then we also have Silver Star, some light hitting down here and further down the valley. Very, very pretty. But just really been watching the sun hit Liberty Bell. It is cold, but I'm gonna wait for the sun to finish hitting the base of this for photography. Then I got to get moving back down this road because it is cold. I think this is the coldest I have really been hiking out in, so it's invigorating. North Cascades are worth it. Okay, I am heading back. I stayed as long as I could, but I gotta get moving again. Got some gorgeous pictures of Liberty Bell lighting up in that sunrise light, but I'm gonna do the half-mile back to the car and then off to trailhead where I can hopefully really get the blood pumping. But what a gorgeous start to the morning. That is just such a cool mountain, but it is only sunrise. I got a lot more to do today. All right, I am at my next location and I am already on trail heading up to Blue Lake. Pretty famous lake here at the Washington Pass area. And because conditions are so perfect right now, you can still hike to it without too much gear. It has warmed up to a balmy 13 degrees Fahrenheit from the 11 it was earlier. I am very fortunate that there is no wind, but yep, I'm going to get the blood pumping going up this trail. I got about 900 feet of gain, so hopefully that'll warm me up. It is a winter wonderland though. Really excited to see that lake. Whew, let's get warm. Made it to Blue Lake in a full winter coat. I'm gonna hang out here and explore and get some pictures, and somehow I'm the only one here. This is crazy. It's absolutely a winter paradise up here. Huh? It's also so quiet. Like that eerie stillness you get from being surrounded by all the snow. Gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna continue on around the lake, do some photography and hang out before I head back down, but this is as pretty as I had hoped it would be. Well, I had to start heading back down because whew, it got cold again. I need to keep the blood pumping because, yeah, it is not a day you can just relax on trail. Gotta keep moving. Oh, but that was really fun, and these mountains are just glowing, so should have some really pretty views on the way down. Coming off of Blue Lake, and you notice in some of that footage, and right now I am in the sun. This is the first time today. It is afternoon And finally, the sun is touching my body, which is crazy. I'm almost back to the trailhead, and then I'm gonna warm up, have lunch in my car, and then head on over to the next trailhead, because this is not the last trail of the day. I still got a couple more things. I am not wasting any of this daylight on a gorgeous day like this. Nope, cannot do that. The views are incredible, but yeah, Blue Lake was everything I had hoped it would be. I just kind of got it in my head that I wanted to see if I could get to this lake in the late season, because it was looking like Highway 20 was going to be open later than it was last year. And today was just the opportune moment to get out to see it. It's so beautiful and still, and I'm very lucky there was no wind. So yeah, that was probably the highlight of the trip for me. But it is not over. So I'm gonna get back to my car, continuing the adventure. I've arrived at my second trailhead, and I have another lake on the agenda. I am now at Rainy Pass, and I'm going to be going to Rainy Lake. I have seen Rainy Lake before in the fall, but again, I'm very curious about what it looks like in the winter. This is a shorter trail than Blue Lake. It's just a mile round trip. It's flat. It should be gorgeous, and I think the sunlight, it's just afternoon. It's 1 p.m. So I think the sun should be cooperating for good photography. We'll see. Rainy Lake is kind of tricky to photograph, but it should be beautiful nonetheless. And I hope it's covered in snow. Well, there you have Rainy Lake, and it's frozen. It's completely frozen over, but no snow yet. And look, even though there's ice, there's still a reflection of these mountains. How cool is that? This is way better than the last time I was here. Last time I was here, the sun was shining right in my face, and it was really hard to get a good look at the lake and appreciate it. But this is great. Oh, wow. This is a very easy trail to do pretty much any time of year the trail is open. It's flat. It's only a mile in, and it's this gorgeous subalpine lake. Completely frozen, so it's much bigger and lower elevation than Blue Lake, but it's really cool to see the differences. And just this cirque is really awesome. Gorgeous. I also don't think that this probably doesn't see the sun until after New Year. It's gonna be in the shade because of the mountains. Yeah, all I can hear is the waterfall running into it on the far end. Oh, whoa. Yeah, this won't come out on camera, but there are some insane ice formations on those cliffs. Like where the waterfall is, gigantic icicles. Wow. Again, these are the kinds of things you don't get to see unless you come up here really late in the season, and I'm so glad I did. It is still cold. In case you're wondering, it is 25 degrees out. It warmed up a little bit, but not enough to feel like it. And again, I'm back in the shade, but Rainy Lake, absolutely worth coming out to see it. I'm at my final stop for this day trip, and that is something that you pretty much have to do if you are driving on Highway 20, and that is the Diablo Lake Overlook. I stopped at the Ross Lake Overlook coming here, and that was really beautiful. Stunning lighting on the mountains, but got the Diablo Lake Overlook, and the clouds and the light are looking really awesome on these mountains. So I'm gonna get out there and do a little bit of photography. That concludes a winter day in the North Cascades. The light right now off of the mountains is perfect with the clouds and stuff. It's just creating this fantastic contrast. It's so beautiful, and they're all covered in snow. Oh, I just saw some of the coolest mountains in the state today covered in winter snow, and that is what I wanted. Highway 20 is a really fun drive. It's not accessible all year round. Eventually it does close for the winter, but lucky for me, it is still open, and that was just so much fun. I did everything that I wanted to do, so I'm really happy, and I've got so many beautiful mountain photos for references. This is just absolutely perfect when I was like figuring out if I could do this or not, and if the weather was going to work. This is the itinerary I wanted to do in a day, and I did it. So absolutely perfect day, perfect weather, worth battling the cold. It is now 32 here. So on this side of the mountains, it is still cold, but like normal cold instead of bone chilling cold like it is on the east side. But yeah, that concludes a day in the North Cascades. Gorgeous, gorgeous mountains. Liberty Bell, beautiful. I've tried to wrap this video up a couple of times now, but I keep talking about the mountains. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and here are my favorite pictures from the trails today. Enjoy.